I'm going to talk about placing blame. It's something I see a lot with my clients and couples that I talk to, and I think it's an important topic because I think it's something that can drive a wedge between a couple. How do you know you're placing blame? Well, when you hear yourself say things like, if only you hadn't, or couldn't you have just, or maybe it's all your fault. And I think it's human nature to place blame. So first, I'm not judging anybody who places blame. We all do it. Here's what I think is behind that. I think that it's human nature that we want to know what's causing a problem. We want to know the cause of it. Why do we want to know the cause? Because if you know the cause, then maybe we can avoid it or fix it. The problem with that is things happen where there isn't any cause that we can identify. Things just happen. Secondly, what happens with looking for the cause is that it's easy to blame it on somebody else. And maybe we blame it on the other person because we think, well, they should have seen it and help us to avoid it. Or maybe we take a more direct approach again and say, you caused it. So I think what happens is that when, again, we're looking for a reason, and who's the closest person is the person that we're partnered with. So we say, well, who else could it be? I think if you're living with a chronic condition, I think the blame placing is even more devastating or more damaging. Let's look at it this way. A chronic condition comes with a lot of uncertainty. When you have a chronic condition, you live with uncertainty. Life is uncertain. And I think that when you're living with so much uncertainty, you're always looking for, again, how can I know why something is happening? Why is it happening? How can I avoid it? So I think that need to explain and to have a reason is that much stronger. So let me quickly explain a few ideas or tell you a few ideas that maybe can help you when you feel the blame creeping into a conversation. First thing is to breathe. When you're starting to blame somebody, you feel that need to blame, probably you're feeling angry and probably you're feeling frustrated. So the first thing that can help you to sort of get rational, get centered, is to breathe. Do some diaphragmatic breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Calm yourself down. That's going to help you to think and not just act out of raw emotion. So give that a try. And then take a pause before you jump in with throwing out the blame. Talk to yourself for a second. Say something like, I know you're frustrated. I know it would really feel good to lay the blame on your partner. But stop yourself. Think through it a little bit. Is there a reason, or is there something that just is? Are you scrambling for something and looking for someone to blame? A lot of life, again, isn't in control, and it's not in our partner's control either. So keep that in mind. Consider the cost. Again, as I said earlier, placing blame really drives a wedge in your relationship. So consider the cost of doing that. Is it worth it? Do I really want to ruin the evening? Do I want to ruin the week? Do I want to make my partner feel bad about something that maybe they didn't do, that they didn't cause or couldn't have helped us to avoid? So again, keep in mind that every decision has a consequence. There's a consequence of placing blame. Look for the lesson. Sometimes there's a lesson here that if we try to understand and focus on, we can gain from the experience of whatever's frustrating us, and again, and not place the blame on our partner. So for example, in a relationship, is the blame coming up because you're not communicating well? Are you not being transparent with each other? Is one person not being as supportive as they could be? So there's a lesson here. Ask yourself, what do I need to learn from this? Is there something I need to be doing in my life to take better care of myself, to make better decisions, that I'm blaming on my partner? But really, is the problem in here? Is it with me? So look for the lesson here and see what you can learn. And I think if you do that, you have a better sense of what's bothering you. You'll be less likely to scramble around again trying to place blame. So really what it comes down to is take responsibility. Take responsibility for the problems that occur in your life. Don't depend on your partner to help you avoid them or to fix them for you. Take responsibility. Also, take responsibility at home for doing what you can to maintain a peaceful and supportive environment. Be careful about being so quick to make your partner wrong. Take responsibility for doing everything you can do to take care of yourself, to be responsible again, and also take responsibility for contributing to the relationship, to trying to do what you can to have to create an environment that has peace of mind. Does that sound like a plan? So that's my little talk about placing blame. Thanks for listening.